February was the first month of the fiscal year in which state revenues came in above estimates, albeit
about
$15 million.
I hate to say $15 million isn't a lot of money because it is to me.
$1 million here,
personally.
$1 million there. Soon enough,
and it's
you're talking about
taxpayer,
real money.
It's revenues that the taxpayers are going to rely upon to pay for goods and services that the state is engaged in.
Is it too soon to maybe start looking at revising that $719 million number at the end of the year?
It's way too soon to do that. I mean, so far we've been short. $15 million out of $700 million is not much of a change. I would love to see, all of a sudden in March and April and May that we have those changes, but we are seeing a gradual improvement in the economy, but we're not seeing it take off in a V-shaped form. If you look at a chart, as many people do, so I think that the legislature understands that we are still without a great deal of money to balance this year's budget, and this money will be helpful, and they shouldn't be spending beyond what we're projecting right now. In fact, and I think I said this the last time I was here, the Independent Fiscal Office actually thinks that our projections for next year are a little rosier than they would project.
And, Governor, you kind of alluded to it right there. You've been saying all along Pennsylvania is not going to spend more money than it has. And so I have a question for you. There's talk in the State House right now about a bill that would amend the Constitution to put spending caps on Pennsylvania to either the rate of inflation or the rate of population growth. They would cap it at the lower of those two numbers. Is that a good idea to look at constitutionally capping Pennsylvania spending?
Well, I haven't seen the bill, so it's a little unfair for me to comment on it, but I would look at it this way. I think it's the responsibility of the elected officials to the governor and the legislature to control their budget, and you don't need a spending cap to do that. You need a little bit of willpower to do that. And obviously, we were able to demonstrate that last year with the budget, and we reduced the spending by almost $2 billion because we didn't have the money. We already have the spending cap there to a certain extent in that we have to have a balanced budget. And I think there really probably should be a debate within the General Assembly and with the governor as to how much revenue you need to do what you need to do for the state. So I'd have to see the bill a little bit more, but that would seem to be a way for future General Assemblies to just deal with it without having to deal with it, to deal with it for long term and avoid dealing with the issues on a day-to-day basis, as I think they probably need to do.